Warriors, welcome back to Gods of Alliance. If you're here, it means you want power, knowledge, and control over the battlefield. This is not luck. This is strategy. Let's break the game together. Today, we're getting our very first look at one of the biggest additions ever coming to the realm, forts. This brand new game mode completely changes how guilds fight for territory, coordinate attacks, defend their positions, and earn powerful guild-wide bonuses. At first glance, it might seem complicated. Pages of rules, capture points, garrisons, fort guards, preparation phases, guild bonuses. But once you understand the flow, everything starts making perfect sense. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how a fort battle works from beginning to end. So let's enter the realm. Everything begins on the realm map. Your guild master, or one of your generals, opens the map and starts searching for an available fort. Not every fort can be attacked at any time. Some are already occupied. Some are temporarily protected. Others are already under siege by another guild. So before anything else, you need to identify a fort that's actually available to attack. Once your guild has chosen its target, the guild master, or a general, declares war. And that's where the countdown begins. Not the battle, the preparation. A 30-minute preparation phase starts immediately. This isn't downtime. It's one of the most important parts of the entire system. These 30 minutes give your guild time to organize. Players can gather around the fort, discuss strategy, assign attack orders, prepare squads, coordinate roles, and make sure everyone is ready before the gates finally open. Because once those 30 minutes expire, there are no more excuses. The siege begins. Now, the real battle starts. But here's something many players may not expect. You don't attack the fort itself first. Standing between you and the objective is the garrison. Think of the garrison as the fort's first line of defense. These aren't NPC enemies. They're real squads placed there by the guild currently controlling the fort. Every attacking guild must break through those player defenses before even getting close to the objective. Only after every defending squad has fallen can you finally engage the fort guards. This naturally creates two distinct stages during every siege. First, break the defenders. Then, conquer the fort. But while all these battles are taking place, another system is quietly deciding the winner. Capture points. And these points are everything. Every defending squad you defeat. Every guard you eliminate. Even the damage your guild deals throughout the siege. All of it contributes toward your guild's total capture points. This means every fight matters. Every player matters. Every contribution counts. Victory isn't decided by one final battle. It's earned throughout the entire siege. Now let's make things even more interesting. Your guild may not be the only one attacking. Multiple guilds can declare war on exactly the same fort. Each guild receives its own preparation timer. Each guild has its own attack window, but in the end, everyone is competing for exactly the same objective. Once the final guard falls, the game doesn't simply reward whoever arrived first. Instead, it compares the total capture points earned by every participating guild. The guild with the highest score becomes the new owner of the fort. That changes everything, because suddenly, team coordination becomes just as important as raw power. A stronger guild that attacks inefficiently could easily lose to a better organized opponent. Congratulations! Your guild has captured the fort. The battle is over. But your responsibility has only just begun. Because now, you become the defenders. The garrison you've just defeated now becomes yours to build. Guild members begin placing their own squads inside the fort, creating the defensive wall every future attacker must overcome. The stronger your garrison, the harder it becomes for rival guilds to reach the fort guards. A well-organized defense forces enemies to spend more time, commit more resources, and fight through multiple layers before they ever threaten your control. Capturing a fort wins the battle. Defending it wins the war. So why fight for forts in the first place? The rewards. Every fort offers valuable prizes, but not every fort is equal. More powerful forts provide even better rewards, making them prime targets across the realm. Capturing your first neutral fort also unlocks special participation rewards. And here's something very important. Simply belonging to the guild isn't enough. You need to actively participate. Earn capture points. Help your guild during the siege. Only active contributors receive those special rewards, which is exactly how it should be. The system rewards teamwork, not spectators. And there's one final reason forts matter. Every captured fort provides a permanent guild bonus while your guild controls it. As long as the fort remains under your banner, every guild member benefits. Lose the fort, the bonus disappears. Hold the fort. The entire guild continues enjoying its rewards, which means defending your territory becomes just as valuable as conquering it. When you step back and look at the entire system, it's actually beautifully simple. Find an available fort. Declare war. Prepare your guild. Break through the garrison. Defeat the guards. Earn capture points. Capture the fort. Build your defenses. Protect your guild bonus. And do it all again. It's a continuous cycle of strategy, coordination, competition, and guild teamwork. Honestly, I think this has the potential to become one of the most exciting additions Hero Wars has introduced to the realm. Not because it's the biggest game mode, but because every single member of the guild has a reason to participate. Everyone contributes, everyone matters, and every battle shapes the map. Of course, this is only the beginning. As testing continues, we'll explore advanced strategies, the best garrison setups, fort priorities, optimal attack timing, guild coordination, counter strategies, and everything you'll need to master fort warfare before it officially arrives. So if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you're subscribed, because we'll be covering every new mechanic as soon as we get access. Warriors. The strongest guilds aren't built by chance. They're built through preparation, through coordination, through strategy. Master the mechanics. Lead your guild. Conquer the realm. And together, let's break the game.